And look, when it comes to catching public transport, there's a big list of things you shouldn't do, from playing music out loud to wearing no shoes.
What?
Yes, that's a thing that people do. We've all witnessed some pretty dodgy behaviour when it comes to catching the train or the bus.
Bet you've been responsible for some of that dodgy behaviour.
No, I have witnessed some though.
Okay, well, with thousands catching public transport to Magic Round this weekend, there's no better time to learn how to perfect our public transport etiquette. And for more, we're joined by manners expert Jodie Bache-McLean. Jodie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now look, our executive producer, whom I won't name and shame, found himself looking over someone's shoulder and reading their text messages accidentally. So what's the worst thing you can do on public transport from an etiquette point of view?
Well, I think if we start at the beginning of the journey, probably the worst thing that you can do is to not let others off the transport first before you try and get on. It's almost like an episode of the Hunger Games trying to get through. I mean, we need to stop doing that. We need to pause and do that little paying forward acts of kindness. And it really doesn't take too much time or too much effort.
I'm with you on that one. That drives me nuts.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't think that we're bad-mannered. I just think we're in a hurry.
We're always in a rush.
Well, I also think we're in a bubble too. I mean, I catch public transport in Sydney during the week. I get the light rail and then the metro. And everyone has their screen in front of their face.
They do. They do. We're not connected, are we? We're disconnected, but I think we need to learn how to be socially connected. And it's okay to look up, to smile, to actually, the thing we have to remember with public transport, we're sharing it with others. It's not our plane, it's not our train, it's not our tram, it's not our bus. We're sharing it with other people, and we know how to do that. So we're slow learners and quick forgetters. So we need to focus on what we were taught when we were younger.
Can I tell you one of my biggest bugbears?
Absolutely.
Is when people decide to make FaceTime calls on public transport, and the whole carriage can hear.
Can hear it, yeah.
What are some of your key bugbears, Jodie?
That one especially. The other one is that sometimes we forget that sharing public transport, we're sharing it with humans, not articles of handbags or jackets. So those people that decide to put their cherished bag or backpack on the seat beside them, that is almost like a subliminal, don't sit here. We need to move that away, and we need to say, you know, we need to look up and say this seat's free, but not sort of almost we're barring that seat. We don't want anyone else to have it. So that's probably my number one, next to not letting people off the transport.
It can be chaotic catching public transport.
And stressful,
And stressful. So what are your top tips for keeping calm in all that chaos?
Well, I think the greatest thing you can afford yourself this weekend is time. Leave early. Allow yourself, don't get stressed because you're going to be late. So if you go a little bit earlier than you normally do, because there's a lot of people in Brisbane this weekend, so we need to be mindful of that. I think we also need to think about everybody's stressed. We're all stressed. So be calm, take your time, and don't escalate. So count to 10, count to 5. If you see something, you see some bad behaviour, don't be the second worst behaved person on that public transport.
Just the third.
Yeah, maybe not. Look, I think we're generally Queenslanders and people in Brisbane, we're kind, we're considerate, we're known for being a warm and friendly city, and I think we need to show everyone else, those 32,000 that are here this weekend, that we can do it well. So one small act of kindness can make a huge difference.
Well said.
Yeah. We just need a little reminder sometimes too.
We do, just a gentle reminder.